Usary playing no Bant. This is a deck that, it's a Bant deck from the green, white, blue from Shards of Alara, featuring those colors. Of course, also with the card Natural Order.
Yeah, and on the left we have Rocky the Moose.
You got to bring out the horns for something like this. He's playing Reanimator, and he is able to reanimate large creatures very quickly. You want your Ionas, your Elish Norns, your Inkwall Leviathans. He's the man for the job. You can pull something out as quickly as turn 2, and he's not afraid to do it if necessary.
Awesome. Yeah, I think this is going to be a great match.
Yeah,
I don't think his hat matches his shirt, though.
Nah, nothing wrong with a little excitement in your wardrobe.
And I do like how Marsh's shirt matches the background.
That is actually really awesome.
And is like his color too.
That's why he chose him for that side.
Yeah.
That's actually pretty incredible. It fades right in. It's like one of those pictures, where like someone's standing still and there's like part of the background or whatever. Pretty neat. So the players cut each other's decks. Marsh says, "I trust you. I'll just give you a cut." And players shake hands, and here we go.
We are ready for the first turn of the semifinals. It's pretty exciting. We were gonna go with a playmat, but nope, not anymore.
Chris Walton actually just wanted to show off his source playmat. One of the last Legacy Open champions. I was there with Ryan Kibler, also from the Source, a dedicated Legacy Magic's website out there. Looks like Chris Walton, another Source dedicated player. We'll see if the Source can capture 2 Legacy Opens in a row. That's pretty exciting for their site. All right, players rolling. I've been told on Twitter people want to see Chris Walton. Apparently he's a pretty good player, knows what he's doing, and Reanimator is a very strong archetype.
He's a very good person at pumping the fists.
If I were playing this archetype, or if I was playing in Legacy, I'd probably be playing something like Reanimator or Storm just because of its raw power right now. And I think Chris Walton is right to choose this deck. This is kind of like a Storm deck, except it beats the Storm decks, which is insane. Ari Laxity did not want to play against Chris Walton. So here we go. Looks like Chris won the dice roll, and Chris is going to keep. Marsh looking at his hand. And Marsh is also going to keep, so here we go.
All right, turn 1 for Chris. We're going to see Island into a Careful Study.
Draw 2, discard 2, load up the graveyard with all kinds of nice little graveyard shenanigans.
How sweet would Careful Study be in Standard right now?
Pretty good, yeah. Maybe. It'd be interesting. So anyway, he discards Animate Dead. And when your opponent discards Animate Dead and Iona off their Careful Study, you know that's bad news, right?
What's happening next turn.
Chris's hand, I see another Animate Dead and a Reanimate. So I think we're going to see an Iona very quickly here from Chris Walton. And if he's got a Force to back it up, too, that's just unbelievable.
He has Force plus blue card?
He has Force in his hand. If he has another blue card, he can back it up.
Yeah, that's...
Turn 2 Iona with Force backup, why not, right?
Yeah.
Well, if it comes into play, what color do you name?
White.
So it can't be Path, Swords.
So it can't be Swords. And it's going to kill before J sets play.
And plus you still have Force.
And you have Force,
Thoughts, you have other ways to interact in your deck that you could draw. All right. So there's... Marsh...
counting his hand.
Yeah, just making sure Chris has the right number of cards. And here comes Animate Dead. Or Exhume, rather. Even better.
Yeah, Exhume.
Don't... Oh, just goes for Reanimate.
Doesn't want to get... Does Marsh have Spell Pierce? Oh, he doesn't want to get dazed.
Oh, good call, good call. All right, Marsh is going to brainstorm in response. See if he can find an answer. And deliberately draws his cards before we go putting 2 back.
All right, trying to figure out... I mean, we don't know what's... if he has the counterspell for the Reanimate yet.
Alright, let's see if he has Force. Did you find it? If you found it... If you found it, I'd recommend playing it.
Seems like the optimal play. Alright, no, it resolves.
So when it comes into play, I imagine he's going to name White.
Yeah.
And it's not good for Marsh.
No, it is not. Alright, Windswept Heath comes down from Marsh. See if he finds any way to get a board presence and try to deal with this Iona. Iona is a 3-turn clock for Marsh right now.
Tashism on Twitter points out Chris Walton should be qualified for Worlds on rating after this tournament. He's 52nd in the states on rating right now, and that's before this tournament.
I think the cutoff's already happened.
I think isn't it next week?
I don't know when the cutoff is.
I think the week. I think it's the.
I've heard so many different things.
I think it's the first week in October.
It's the first week in October.
Which would be next week. I'm not sure. Like I haven't been looking at it. It might have already happened, but I think it's next week.
I actually don't know. Someone please tell me, because I do not know. My brother was going to skip states because last year he qualified for Worlds through states, so I assumed that it would be after states. So, but then I heard it already happened today, and I actually don't know. Didn't look it up yet.
Fair enough. Well, it may have already happened.
I will find out.
But regardless, Chris Walton is 52nd in the country. Not too shabby.
No. I'm not even close to 52nd right now with rating. All right, Tarmogoyf comes down.
All right. Chris gonna go for days, floating a blue mana. Just everything this game. Turn 2 Iona, daze it, and have Force in my hand. He doesn't have a blue card yet, but... Wow.
What is Marsh thinking of doing with this?
Well, I mean, I think Marsh. We just saw Marsh be a very deliberate player in the games we saw earlier. Even when he had a pretty obvious decision, he made sure to take his time just to double check he did everything correctly. So I imagine it's just kind of a thing where he's just going to think about everything.
Runs everything through his head one more time.
I believe his board position earlier was Progenitus, who was Ollie Pride Mage, Meddling Mage. His opponent had no creatures, and he's like, thought for attack.
Yeah.
So. Let's see. Iona crashes in, chopping Marsh's life total even lower. Oh dear. See if Marsh can find anything to even the score. I don't have Deckless in front of me, but I would imagine Marsh doesn't have many answers except for Jace. And if Chris can force a Jace, then that should take care of that. I don't think Chris has a second blue card, though. We'll see what happens. Marsh taking his time to think about his play. Chris says, did you say go? Yes, he said go.
Says go, draws.
All right, not a blue card.
So he does not have the blue card for Force.
He did not have the blue card for Force.
I think letting the Tarmogoyf live wouldn't be bad then.
Yeah, I think you want to keep the days to be able to Force.
Yeah, because now if Jace comes down, it's really bad for him.
And after granted, it looks like Vanilla Click hits the table anyway, which would have stripped away Chris's Force. But at least he would still have the days to hit a Jace.
All right, well, this is resolving. I just want to say one real quick thing. An old trios partner of mine a long time ago was asking me for a shout-out. So, Joey Menzel, what's up? Sorry I have to do this for all the other people watching, but I got to give an old friend the shout-out he wanted. All right, back to the game.
Michael Sachs says the rating cutoff happened on September 21st.
Yeah, that's what I heard, too. So, I think the cutoff's already done.
Still, like I said, 52nd in the country.
Yeah, that's pretty sweet. Oh, he's shipping his own natural order.
He's going to click target himself. Okay, so he ships natural order, picks up a new card. Marsh desperately searching for an answer to that Iona. And then Vanilla Click will jump block the Iona. And there comes Windswept Heath. So Marsh has access to 4 lands.
Yeah, he's going to try to play Jace.
Yeah, I don't know if he's got Jace in his hand for sure, but if he does, this would certainly be the time to play it. And you bounce out Iona, stay stable at 12 life. Let's see if he has it. He's cracking his 4th land, so I imagine he probably is going to.
Oh, I guess you do have to force or daze that Goyf because you still have a couple turns to draw blue cards, and because Chris is at 10.
From the reanimate, right? Yeah, I mean that
actually will race the Iona.
Oh man. Well, Marsh down to 11. Yeah, if this is a Jace here, game's gonna take a little longer. Not gonna be a quick blowout. If this is a Jace.
Well, if this is a Jace and he bounces Iona, it will be a blowout.
Oh, Green Sun Zenith for 3.
For all right, that is not Jace. That is a Knight of the Reliquary.
Right. Knight's still good, but
not that good.
Not gonna be able to beat Iona. Tricky way of getting a white card into play. And Marsh shuffles. And it's just going to pass back. Then Iona's going to crash in, and Marsh is going to have one more turn to deal with it. Oh, I bet Marsh has Caracas in his deck, so the knight can find a Caracas and bounce the Iona.
There is a Caracas in his deck.
Yeah, so that's Marsh's answer.
Yeah, he's going to go down to 8. Or he's going to go down to 4, sorry.
Yep, but then he's going to get Caracas.
Mm-hmm.
That's going to be pretty rough for Chris Walton after that.
Yeah, it is. Then not only is knight going to be in play and have pressure.
Yeah, it'll be knight in play plus Iona in your hand. Chris has like Exum and a couple other cards, but he's not going to be able to, get the Iona into his graveyard. Even if he could, it could just be bouncing into the Caracas. So he'd have to draw like Inkwell Leviathan or something, get that into his graveyard somehow. Chris has not drawn a lot of gas after his insane draw, but all right. So Vendilion Clique first. I think he wants to clear the way.
Yeah, wants to make sure everything's okay.
And I imagine he's going to target Chris this time.
Yeah.
All right. Choose a hand of Angel of the Despair, Verdant Catacombs, Force of Will, Exum. And you just let him have him, right?
Yeah, you keep it all in his hand.
And Marsh writing everything down, once again diligently. Whenever you reveal your opponent's hand, you should always write down whatever they have there.
Yeah, for sure.
Just because you want to make sure that you can cross off what they draw. And even the basic lands. I see a lot of players who just don't write the lands down. And write down the basic lands. If you want to get technical, you write down the basic land numbers or what it looks like so that when they play that basic land, you know.
I had an old friend, somebody back in the day that taught me how to play Sealed, right when I was starting, a guy from Fargo. And he even was to the point where he would draw the mountains that his opponent had in his hand. He would just like make little sketches.
Sure. It's pretty neat.
Yeah.
Some people take down the card number, but sketches work too, yeah. And, alright, so that click comes down. Marsh sees the coast is clear, and now I imagine Caracas is going to bounce that Iona.
Yeah. Alright, targets Iona. Chris thinks for a second. He's like, so close, one turn.
Yes, so Chris has Marsh all the way down to 4, but not quite going to do the trick. Chris does have Animate Dead in his hand. Well,
oh, it has not happened yet.
Yeah, I mean, it's about to happen. Going to get Caracas.
Yeah.
Chris drew Animate Dead, but all he has is a bunch of reanimation spells. Nothing to reanimate that can deal that last 4 points of damage. And is that lethal from Marsh Usary?
1, 2...
Oh, well, no, actually... So Chris can animate Dead Marsh's Vendilion Clique.
Oh, yeah.
And that'll trade them off, and Chris can cycle a card. Yeah, there we go. And animate Dead on your creature.
It's interesting.
Yeah, he could get Tarmogoyf, but I imagine he's going to get Vendilion Clique.
Yeah, Vendilion Clique is the same clock.
And you get Chris to draw a card,
yeah,
too.
And you get a draw card.
You get to cycle a card away, which is huge.
Try to get that Angel of Despair in the graveyard to blow up the knight.
And looks like Marsh and Chris are talking about exactly what's going on with that Animate Dead.
I like how Animate Dead brings it back, and it's going to die because of the negative counter, but it still pulls the other legendary Vendilion Clique with it.
Alright, so... Looks like something snapped away from the game. I can't quite tell what's going on now. Is there some kind of ruling taking place, or?
I do not know. I think Chris looks like he's in the tank.
They're looking up Oracle text for Animate Dead, which is quite long and intensive. I'll bring it up if you guys want to hear what Animate Dead says. Oh, no, it looks like they're going to continue. All right,
Yeah.
I will not bore you with the intricacies of Animate Dead.
All right, so he did take the Tarmogoyf.
All right, so he takes the Tarmogoyf. The board part knows it gets -1, -0, which is relevant.
And then he taps 2 for Exhume. So, okay, he's going to Exhume and force the Vendilion Cliques to Legend. That's an awesome play.
Oh, wow, that's a really
He
tight play
takes
by
the
Chris
Goyf.
Walton. Take the Goyf and then, force the Cliques to blow each other up. That is an excellent play by Chris Walton.
Yeah, I like
I
it a lot.
didn't even see that.
Yeah, I didn't see that at all.
You force him to bring back the click. That is really, really good. And how big is that
It
Tarmogoyf?
must be a force. Oh, he's gonna daze it.
Daze. Okay.
The Goyf looks to be at 3/4 because of the animate dead.
Oh, -2, -1, minus an extra on the power.
Huh?
It's just minus on the power.
Oh, okay. So it would be
A 2/4 then.
Yeah, it would be a 2/4.
So we have sorcery, instant, land, creature.
No, it would be a 3. It should be 4, right? Sorcery, creature, land, instant.
Yeah, that should be 4.
So yeah,
That shows it should be a 3/5. Okay. Yeah, animate did randomly negs the power. So
I thought it was -1, -1.
nope. Just the power. Why not? All right. So Marsh looking to serve. See if that Vendilion Click's gonna get in there or not. I imagine it will.
1, 2,
He just
3.
wants to start chopping Chris's life total.
Yeah, he cannot attack with the knight, because if he attacks, he can put Chris down to 1, and if Chris can get a different type into the graveyard, I don't know if Chris has the ability to do that, but if he can kill Marsh.
He's got Careful Study in his deck, and he could.
But he would have to get like a Planeswalker, an artifact, an enchantment, something on those lines.
Enchantment, so there's like Animate Dead. He could like Careful Study and Animate Dead, or Careful Study and Inkwell Leviathan, or draw Entomb for Inkwell Leviathan.
Oh yeah, there are outs, yeah.
Yeah, there's plenty of ways he could do it.
Well, he's Green Sun Zenithing now, so...
Or his Zenith
for Pride Mage.
Oh, Pride Mage.
Pride Mage is going to
blow
kill
up that Animate Dead.
Yep.
Okay. Yeah, now Chris is in pretty bad shape. Alright, so Zenith resolves, and now that Pride Mage is going to blow up Animate Dead, and now I'm not sure how Chris comes back from this. Now, he's been playing really well. If there's a way to come back from it, I'm sure he's going to find it. But, oh. Yeah, that I'm still really impressed by that Exhume play.
Mm-hmm. It was awesome.
And it didn't resolve, but I thought it was really good. Alright, so that kills the Tarmogoyf, and now Marsh is going to crash in and drop Chris to leave dead next turn. Marsh counting up the number of lands in his graveyard just to be sure. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
Yeah, puts Chris down to 1.
Chris to 1, Marsh at 4, but I think Chris is out of outs. And that should kick the game over to Marsh. Marsh tries reanimate, not going to help here.
Not going to be there. Just reanimate.
Reanimate, just for value. Never mind. Always fun times.
Marsh sits
Marsh
and
is
reads
like, wait a second, what?
What's going on?
What?
Chris is just trying to get a little value.
You know, just for fun. Shows he's a fun-loving guy too.
Sure.
Marsh will let everything sink in. All right, so Marsh Usary takes down the first game. Congratulations to Marsh. Before we head into game 2, let's give away 6 months of Star City Games Premium.
Full 6 months of premium.
So this is a half year. We're giving away a full year in the finals. Hey everyone, Gavin Verhey back here in the booth with Brad Nelson. We're giving away a full year in the finals, but just 6 months for now, if you can answer our question correctly. So the way this works is I'm going to ask a question, and on Twitter, put the question as a tweet, and make sure to add the hashtag SCG Premium. We'll pick one person at random from everyone who enters. That person will win 6 months of free premium. So you just have to answer the question correctly, and you could be entered in the contest. If you don't win now, you'll be able to win a year later tonight in the finals. You'll be able to win all over again in Nashville next week. So all kinds of good times to win premium. You're going to want premium if you're a competitive Magic player. Simple as that. So here's the question. There's one player who we've seen kill on turn 1 on camera 3 times today. He's in the top 8. What's his name? Tell us, and you could win Star City Games Premium. Make sure to tweet and add in the hashtag SCG Premium. It's very important you have that hashtag. If you don't have the hashtag, then you cannot. we can't see your tweet. You know, if you just send it
Yeah,
out,
I did it wrong last round.
Yeah, if you do it like Brad Nelson to send it off into the Tweeterverse, I mean, no one's gonna get it. So
Got the hashtag wrong. Didn't win premium.
yeah, well, there you go. That was your downfall. So make sure to add in the hashtag. Tell us who the player was who killed 3 opponents, or 2 opponents in 3 games on camera on turn 1 today. That's insane.
Technically
turn
2.5. Technically 2.5.
I'm calling that a turn 1 kill.
2.5.
We can argue about that later, but he never took a second turn.
That doesn't count.
3 turn 1 kills today. And of course, once again, you don't really want Star City Games Premium if you are going to want to be a competitive Magic player. Just all the best insights on the game, all the best new decks, even tournament reports. I imagine players from this event will be talking about the brand new Legacy decks in top 8.
I'm going to be talking a ton about Standard next week.
Yeah, see all of the decks from earlier today. Once again, if you missed earlier, Mono Red took down the Standard portion in the Mono Red mirror match in the finals. Now that's something interesting for the format. A lot of people thought Mono Red was just okay. A lot of people were like, I mean, you know, decks can beat it, or maybe Liliana, Snapcasters, where it's at. Mono Red mirror in the finals. You guys are going to have to come prepared come Nashville. It's very, very important.
That's only a week away.
Yeah, so you have a week, less than a week now.
Who's working Nashville?
I believe it is, I think it's Adrian and Joey, maybe?
Okay.
Or Joey and Mike.
Mike Flores?
I forgot it was Mike. Yeah, Joey and Mike Flores. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, it's pretty exciting.
That's
yeah,
pretty sweet.
Mike is doing some commentary, and he's going to be coming out to Nashville to do it. So you're really going to want to tune in to check out all that commentary next week. Should be fun times. In the meantime, back to the match. The players are heading into their sideboards. What do you think is going to matter in the post-sideboard games, Brad?
I think winning's going to be really important, but okay, jokes aside.